Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a what I eat in a week video, although it will just be 3 dinners from my week because I just feel like the video will get way too long. But I've done these kind of videos before and people seem to really like them, and I've been struggling with what to make content wise recently because I just feel like a whole year in lockdown, like I feel a bit like creatively dry. So like I've been asking people what they want and the majority of you said cooking stuff, which really surprised me because I don't feel like I bring anything new to table. I tried this for the first time on Valentine's and it was actually surprisingly easy. I think I made over 30 or something, and for the price, like usually dough balls are really expensive if you get them in the supermarket, and then you get like 10 of them. I think I made like 36 or something, and you don't actually need a lot of time or a lot of money, so that is literally all you need. I would probably, well, to be fair, this wasn't too bad. I only got this squidgy, like, you know that ball that comes in that like watery stuff, which is really weird. I don't usually get mozzarella like this, but they didn't have any of the pre-shredded mozzarella. I would have probably got that, but this did the job last time. And by the way, I've tried making bread before without strong white bread flour, and it just gets watery and like it's harder to like perfect into a consistency that like doesn't stick to your hands, and it's just better to use stronger flour. Basically it's worth it because then you can keep this like stashed away, and whenever you want to make bread-based food you can whip it out again. I accidentally got regular sugar out, but you actually need caster sugar. Yeast, I just use dried, fast action dried yeast. Mozzarella, butter. Another item that I for some reason couldn't find as well as mozzarella was garlic. For some reason they had no cloves anywhere, so I had to get the lazy garlic that's in a jar. It's not as good as like doing it yourself in my opinion, but I'm gonna have a go at making garlic sauce again because last time I tried to make garlic butter sauce or whatever it's called, the stuff that you're supposed to like brush on the balls, it didn't work. I added too much lemon and like it was so bitter. So we'll try that again. I do have a lemon though. And that's literally it, like amazing. So we begin with a measuring jug, and you're gonna wanna make the weird, what is that? So the first thing you need to do is heat up the butter to make the yeasty weird, like, I don't know what it's called. It's like this liquid that you pour into the flour, and I think this is the best way that I've tried making bread. It kind of works a lot easier when you do it this way. You gotta heat the butter up, put it to the side until it's like warm and not hot, and then you pour it into the flour with the yeast, sugar and salt. This goes in. I'm not gonna lie, quite impressed with my Christmas dinner video that I filmed. It went a lot better than I thought. That's the first time I've ever made a Christmas dinner like on my own. At home we usually have Chinese food. It doesn't need to be boiling, it just needs to be steaming. I'll be adding this salted butter, which I've recently become very obsessed with. I forgot salted butter existed and I had it for the first time the other day and I was like, why don't I ever buy this? I used to get it back at home with like fresh homemade bread and it's incredible. Got my little, what is this called? Measuring thing. Why has it gone to ounces? What the frick? Grams please, thank you. 300, freaking hell. 300, 312, but you get the idea. One sachet is 7 grams. So we put the yeast in here. I always feel like this bit kind of makes me think that they're like little bugs. I think it's because it's called active yeast. It makes me feel like part of it is like living. 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt. Whoop. Oh my god, that looks so satisfying. I'm guessing that's 100. Woo. Wow. It's always really worrying when you cut off a bit that you think is going to be something like 100 and then it ends up being half of what you need. I don't want to think about the fact I'm going to be eating all of this technically. Oop, that's 97. Same thing. So we add it to the hot water. Oh my god, don't do that. That's a health and safety hazard. And that's just going to melt into the water. I got got this new mug recently, by the way. How cute is this, Sarah, if you're watching? Isn't it so cute? That, on the other hand, is not. Looks like beeswax. So now this is slightly cooled. You just whack it in. Ooh, mix it up. And you have your dough. It smells so good. So I think I'll need it for about 10 minutes because it's by hand. I think if you use a mixer, you only need like 5 minutes. This is literally perfect. I'm so proud of this. Stick it in like a glass container like this, but then line it with oil. I use virgin olive oil, just any kind of oil to stop it from sticking to the base of this, because you now want to put the dough in like a warm room for an hour or so, or just wait until the dough has like doubled in size. My hands are obviously clean, so it's fine. Now just put it in here, and then you want to get like a tea towel and just drip it over, a clean tea towel and just lay it over this, and put this in a warm room for about an hour, because honestly, like, this will literally double in size. It blows my mind every time I do it, and I don't know why I get shocked every time it happens. Ta-da! I'm gonna try making the garlic butter again as I did last time. It's so simple. You literally just shove it all together, mix it up. But because I've got this stuff here, I found this really hard to mince last time. I don't really know why, because I've like crushed cloves before, but for some reason they feel like harder. I'm not really sure. 1 teaspoon is 1 clove of garlic. So I'll get 2 teaspoons of this, and there. And I'm just gonna, I guess, crunch it as like much as I possibly can. Just get it like as small as possible, because last time with the butter I made, it had just like chunks of garlic in it and it was not cute, even when I heated it up. 1 cup of salted butter. I don't even know what a cup translates to, so I'm gonna translate that online. I take that back. I just remembered I've got these little cups that my friend Becca sent me because I kept on complaining that I didn't know what a cup was. I'm gonna use my pot noodle tower as a tripod for this. Comes in handy. I hope this works, because I would literally make garlic butter all the time if it does. It goes in there. I guess I just shove the garlic in. Ooh. The last thing I need is 2 to 3 teaspoons of lemon juice, but I'm only gonna have 3 because I added too much last time and it ruined the entire thing. Okay, and an entire seed wants to come out. Nice. 1, 2. This looks genuinely disgusting. So that's what it looks like. Not gonna lie, I'm nervous to try some because I don't even know how to try this. How are you supposed to try this? Because it's just gonna be weird on its own. Oh my god. I think I've mastered the garlic butter. So now for this, because it's got this weird like juicy stuff in it, I just snip a corner and pour it out because I find it really gross. Yeah. This should have doubled. Whoa, it's literally doubled. You might want to knead it a little bit again to get the air out, because it's got a lot of air in it. And then you basically just take clumps of it, make little like flat circles, get some cheese, and then shove the cheese in the middle of the balls, and then just wrap up the balls. I'll rip a bit off like that, flatten it, bearing in mind these will expand as well, so like maybe underdo it a little bit, so make them smaller than you want them to be, just a little bit, and you sit it in like that. Also, by the way, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, you can use like whatever kind of cheese you want, so you can sometimes do 2 types of cheeses in the balls, or 3 types. Like before I did 2 different types of cheeses, but then make sure they are a cheese that can actually like melt down to like a stringy consistency, because I feel like that will probably be a lot nicer in a dough ball personally. got a load of like flat circles with cheese in the middle. I just like to like roll them up all at the same time because I feel like it's just quicker like that. It almost feels like you're putting a little coat on them. This is my favourite bit. What I mean by how many you can make with these ingredients. Like I could literally just have this and that would be enough, but I've got so much left over. So even if you just wanted to make like 10 of them, you could make it in like half the time I have with like half the ingredients, and it's really quick. Like it's genius. I love it. So shove these in the oven. They will expand a little bit, so don't put them too close to each other. As soon as they're golden brown, take them out, and they'll be oozy inside, and it's best to have them when they're still warm, fresh out of the oven. In they go. Oh my lord, and they rolled them off the tray. Take two, in they go. Oh, baby. So I've got these to go in and that amount of dough left. So I think I'll be making about 3, 6, 9, 12, probably about 30 again, you know. 30 dough balls coming up. So I've like melted the garlic butter on top of some of these. Oh my god, nothing beats melted dipping sauce. So basically I've brushed a bit of the butter on top. You can do that and then it kind of melts on top of them. But if that's still not enough butter, basically melt down the butter that I made earlier. Dip it in. I made so many of these that I'm not even having anything else because I'm literally getting full on cheese, stuffed cheese dough balls. I just dropped it on the floor. 5-second rule and all that, I don't even care. Yeah. I've had about 12 million. It's so good. So here is the finished masterpiece. I'm very proud. I could just drink that. Actually, the only thing I will say is I would recommend doing 2 types of cheeses instead of just one, because I think it's a little bit more stronger, because mozzarella is very mild. I would recommend, I just preferred it a little bit more when I added another type of cheese. Maybe a little bit of a stronger cheese. Bonjour. Oh, I just said bonjour and then I looked at my shirt. I look very French today. Bonjour. Croissant. Croissant. Today's dinner is croissant. It's not. I'm gonna make beef wraps. I got these Thank you, slave. I got these plant-based, meat-free, beef-style strips. They're not the best, as you can tell. I've already had some, but that's the reason why I'm putting them in a wrap, because I feel like I can flavour it up a little bit with some sauce and then put some lettuce with it and maybe tomato, and it might taste a bit nicer. We'll see. This pan has already been used by something else, so we'll just go with that. Doesn't matter, does it? No, it doesn't. I'm trying to think what sauce I want to put with it, but we'll start with oil. Look at Adam's food. It's like
pitying me?
No, it looks like McDonald's.
My children's menu.
Yeah, actually, it looks like children's menu food, like from a bowling alley. And I've got some white tortilla wraps, and I've got a load of these McDonald's barbecue dips from when we ordered a takeaway a while ago, and I'm gonna actually add those to my, it's spitting, to give it some flavour, because I'm just not a big fan of it on its own. So got one of these. Oh shit, it's ripped for some reason. Oh, they're all ripped. How the heck did that happen? I'm basically just gonna smear this barbecue sauce on. I actually think this will be really nice. Personally, I rarely have barbecue sauce, but every time I have it, I'm like, oh, why don't I have this more often? This is almost done. Got a bit of tomato. Some of these bits look too overdone, so I'll take the almost burnt bits. My favourite part about being veggie is the fact you never have to worry whether anything, well, you've got to worry whether it's cooked, but it's not as much of like a stress. And some lettuce, and then I'm going to try and do this even though there's only half a wrap. Tuck it in on the sides. No, tuck it in this way. Fold, oh god. On their own, they're kind of like, I don't know, but okay, I guess. Tomato, lettuce, like this, and then to top it off, sea salted. Whoa, what in the hell is that? Crinkled crisps. Cute. And I'm actually gonna use some of my leftover garlic dip from yesterday to have with my tea today. Here goes nothing. Oh. I just love wraps. I mean, that is a big old dinner. Day 2, banging. If you can't tell, I've just come out the shower, hence the hair. But today is the last day of my what I ate in a week, and it's a cool ending to the video because we're doing a barbecue in the yard, which I haven't done before in this house. We've never had our own barbecue, so I'm buzzing about that. So I thought it'd be cool to show the sort of stuff. I mean, I haven't got a lot for it, but a lot of people seem to think that vegetarians can't have a barbecue because they can't put veggie food on the stove, but that is very far from true. On the stove, on the barbecue. It's a lovely day, so we're gonna make the most of it as much as possible and hang out in the yard, and I will take you along with me, which I'm buzzing about. Sauvignon Blanc, some Richmond meatless sausages. These are the best sausages. Vegetarians out there, you won't find anything better than Richmond's meatless sausages. Adam's got some beef quarter pounders with cheese and onion, and we're gonna get some more burgers and sausages and wraps and burger cheese and stuff like that. Yeah, speech. Singed sausages, anyone?
Yes, I like them singed.
I'd rather that than be undercooked.
Do you think they're cooked in the middle one? Good.
Black loomy, anyone? Yeah. I think I prefer the hot dog.
Really?
So I'm gonna put this what I ate video to an end now. I don't know how people show their entire week in these videos because honestly it would just be so long, and so I'm just gonna stop with 3 and then maybe make another one fairly soon. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know, give me a thumbs up so I know to carry on making this kind of content. Let me know in the comment section what sort of stuff you eat in the week. I'm on social media such as Twitter, Facebook and Instagram if you want to join me on any of those. I also have a tarot reading Facebook page if you're interested in booking a tarot reading with me, and subscribe to this channel to be notified every time I make a brand new video. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you for my next one. Bye bye.